It's pretty amazing how even the most mundane, everyday objects can tell a really fascinating story. A story not just about technology, but about who we were and who we've become. And today, we're looking at one of those objects, the garbage chute. Okay, so let's jump right in. Our story starts here, with this memory from an apartment in 1950s Montreal. See, behind this simple little door wasn't just a convenience. It was basically a portal to a completely different era. And for the kids who grew up with it, this thing wasn't just for trash. Oh no, it was this mysterious portal in the wall that served all kinds of surprising and, frankly, pretty creative functions in their daily lives. The whole system was just called the incinerator, and the idea behind it was, well, brilliantly simple. You'd wrap up your trash in newspaper, toss it down this long shaft, and once a day, the building's janitor would just set it all on fire in the basement. Super convenient, right? But as you can probably guess, not exactly a win for the environment. But here's where it gets really interesting. This simple utility became a huge part of the family story. I mean, it was the perfect place to secretly get rid of a banana you didn't want to eat. And get this, it was a direct line to Santa Claus. You'd burn your Christmas list and the ashes, the wishes, would go straight up the chimney to the North Pole. How cool is that? Of course, it wasn't all magic and secret banana disposals. When something big, like a box, got stuck in the chute, the daily fire would send this thick, dirty black smoke billowing right back up and into your kitchen. It was total chaos. People yelling, windows flying open, everybody banging on the ceiling. And the fix for this super dangerous problem? Well, it was pure 1950s ingenuity. You'd ask the neighbors on the floor above to drop something heavy down the shaft to clear it out. And the tool of choice, more often than not, was a big, heavy beer bottle. No joke. So you have these charming, if kind of hazardous, memories on one hand. But how do they stack up against the reality of what this thing actually was? The person who wrote this memoir really puts it perfectly. It was such a huge part of their life that it's impossible not to remember it with this fondness that maybe it doesn't totally deserve, especially given all the smoke and, the fire hazards. And this really is the big question, isn't it? The journey from that smoky shaft, the one you cleared with a beer bottle, to the sleek, silent systems we have now is a massive leap. So let's break down how we got here. Okay. Let's get into the engineering side of things, because a modern garbage chute is so much more than just a hole in the wall. It's a complex, highly regulated piece of building equipment. And right away, you see one of the biggest changes: specialization. Today's chutes are built for a purpose. You've got specific designs for general trash, and then completely different ones for things like soiled linens in a hotel or a hospital. I mean, just look at this technical drawing. This is not a simple brick shaft anymore. You can see it's a complete pre-made system with all these specific components for each floor, a vent that goes all the way through the roof, and a discharge mechanism way down at the bottom. And the materials themselves, worlds apart. We're talking about heavy-duty 16-gauge aluminized steel for the chute itself. It has to be at least 24 inches wide. That's a requirement from the National Fire Protection Agency, or NFPA. And even the little intake doors are now stainless steel and have to be able to resist fire for an hour and a half. So, this is the really crucial point. The biggest evolution isn't just in the materials or the fancy design. It's in this obsessive and totally necessary focus on safety. So let's go back to that beer bottle solution for a second and compare it to today. Modern chutes have what are called electric interlocks. It's simple. If someone on the 10th floor opens their chute door, every other door in the entire system automatically locks. That one feature prevents anyone down below from getting hit by falling trash. It's a game changer. The doors themselves have gotten a major upgrade too. They're designed for safety and just being easy to use. A lot of them are pneumatic now. You just push a button and they open. This is great for accessibility, and it makes it super easy to connect them to those smart safety interlock systems. But really, the single biggest leap forward has to be in fire safety. The old incinerator was the fire. These new systems are designed to contain and suppress a fire at all costs. And a huge piece of that puzzle is this little guy right here, the automatic sprinkler head. The NFPA code actually requires these at the top of every single chute and often on several floors in between, just to be sure they can douse any flames that might start. And it all happens automatically. This number, 165 degrees Fahrenheit, that's about 74 Celsius, is kind of the magic temperature. It's the point where special fusible links on the discharge doors melt and these sprinklers kick into action. So picture this. A fire starts in the chute. Instantly, a heat sensor detects it. The whole system shuts down, locking every single door. The sprinklers go off, and then, bam, a heavy fire damper at the very bottom of the chute slams shut, completely sealing the entire shaft and starving the fire of oxygen. It's an incredible automated response. Okay, so let's zoom back out. When you put those nostalgic memories right next to the modern engineering manual, what does this whole evolution really tell us about ourselves? I mean, this slide really just lays it all out, doesn't it? We've shifted from a system where convenience was king to one where safety is absolutely paramount. We've gone from a low-tech, community-managed solution, hey, drop a beer bottle for me, to a professionally engineered system. From, just burning trash into the air to keeping our waste clean and contained. When you think about it, the story of the garbage chute is this perfect little microcosm of our society's progress. It tracks our growing understanding of engineering, our rising obsession with public safety and regulations, and our slow but steady shift toward being more environmentally responsible. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If the simple garbage chute has this much to say about our journey, what other everyday objects around us are silently telling a story about who we are and how we've changed? Definitely something to think about.